Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Jay Pestridge, welcome to the PC Gaming Brotherhood, and today we're going to do a first look at American Truck Simulator. So we're going to create a new profile because this is a testing profile I've got here. Let's create a new profile. So basically, yeah, we're going to have a first look at this. I started playing this back in 2019, and I played it for 2019 and 2020. I really heavily modded it, and it looked amazing. And I haven't played it since about 2021, I think. It's been a long time since I've played this game. So let's see, where should we start? Let's start, do you know what? I used to start in California a lot. Let's start in Colorado, shall we? Yeah, Fort Collins, we'll go there. And no, we don't want the tutorial. So we're going to have a first look in 2023. Has this changed? This is totally default. I haven't even set up my buttons for, you know, the truck yet. I think I'll be able to copy the config from my previous and just use that. We're going to try that. But this is like, how has the game changed? You know, what has been added? I know there's been a lot more DLCs come out, which I've got them all. But we're going to see what it's like. Welcome to American Truck Simulator. At last you have the chance to experience your dream job, driving a truck. And your own transportation company is now open for business. But sadly, you ain't got the dough money. And for now, you'll have to work for other companies as a driver for hire. Your task is to safely deliver a load of grain to Sell Goods Dock in Chennai. Your company has provided you with a vehicle and will cover all your expenses, so don't let anybody down and arrive on time. So before we do this, we're going to need to do some stuff. So, oh, look at that. So let's see here. Okay, so we're back in now. Let's just set up our seat here so we can get how we like it, and I think that should do us. There we go. Right, so let's get rid of that. Oh, that's kind of the way it is. We don't have a sat nav, so we're going to have to use that. Everything's default, so we've got default weather, we've got default textures, we've got default everything. So let's start this truck up, shall we? Lights on. Engine started, and let's go get, I think we've got, yeah, we've just got to do the delivery. So okay. Oh, hang on, my side buttons aren't done. Right, there we go. Okay, so everything is as is. The only thing I haven't done is selected the GPU sort of settings for the game, which I'm gonna do kind of halfway through the video. So I think we have to drive on the right side, don't we, by the looks of it? Yeah, it looks like it. So okay, this is a red light. Oh, hang on. Hang on, that should, yeah, that's alright. It's getting used to it all, that's what it is. So they got a massive mirror on the right hand side. Oh, it's green. We've got the X's, and we've got made up names for everything. So, to be honest, it looks very, I don't know, the texturing to me looks a bit like it could be better. Obviously, I haven't set up my my GPU, so it will change. We have got, let's see, an hour and 21 minutes. So when we get down to, we're going too fast. When we get down to about 45 minutes, I'm going to change the GPU settings to see if it makes a difference. Some settings need to restart the game anyway, so they won't take effect. But some will, and we'll probably see a difference. But it looks alright, to be honest. This looks pretty okay. In 2023, obviously it's very different from Euro Truck Simulator because A, it's set in America, B, you're driving on the other side of the road, and it's getting used to that. Speed limits are all different. It's a whole different type of mentality for driving, but also you've got to look out for trains. We need to get into the next lane here, but also it's a bigger country because oh, we can turn. See, we can go, but they can't. So that's another thing to take into consideration. And we have to hang on. What are we doing here? We are in the wrong lane here. We need to get over because there's a train coming, and this is not something we have to worry about in Euro Truck Simulator, trains, but here we do. So there's the train haulage coming past. We have to worry about that. There's a lot we have to worry about in this that you don't have to worry about in Euro Truck. It's all the fun of it, really. So that's that done, and we get to go. Now I haven't selected the sounds. I have got specific sound, like in the sound menu you can tweak individual things. I haven't done that yet, so this is the default levels. The only thing I took off is the intro music. So pretty much everything is default. I did take off fatigue simulation. I lowered the detour probability and upped the sort of road events probability. So we're going here. Oh, gotta really be careful here. Hey, see, I'm on the curb. I don't want to be doing that much. It really is different, you know, this game compared to Euro Truck. You know, graphics wise, about the same-ish. You know, and I think Euro Truck Simulator 2 came first, and then American Truck. But so yeah, it's very different. So when we go, we have to be in the right lane. So I need to get over. And here we are, we're on Junction 25. We're on the freeway. So basically every setting is maxed out as well, so this is like the best it should ever look at the moment. But as we throw in more mods, there'll be more reason that we need to lower the settings to adjust for those mods to keep the performance in. So in terms of, you know, draw distance and everything, we need to come off here. Everything is maxed at the moment, but that won't last forever. Right, now we need to join this one. We need to shift it over, and here we go. We can do 121 miles an hour on this. Wow. 100, oh, it's kilometers per hour, so it's a little bit higher than miles per hour. But wow, we can do 121. That's speed limit 75 though, so we need to adhere to that, to be honest. Although it says on my GPS it's 121, but we should always go by the road signs, you know. Never, like, GPS might be updated or whatever, but road signs are what the cops will go by when they pull you over and say, why didn't you do the speed limit? You say, well, my car told me to go faster. Say, sorry, that's not an excuse. And I haven't got tits to flash them, so right, I'm going to pause the game here, and we're going to go tune up my graphics card settings now, because it's 45 minutes in. I'll do it on camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. But this is how I get a bit more performance out of my GPU. So obviously I've got everything set up in the menu here according, you know, to what I want. I always use the Nvidia color settings at the highest color depth, And if you've got a 4K telly with HDR, use the full dynamic range of it. And I use these as well, making sure that they're all level and balanced, and that the image setting here is selected. And I always turn off, even though it's on now, but I always turn off this, because if you're not using audio through your HDMI, that's less information and less problems that have to go through that cable to your PC from your monitor. So if you disable or turn off the audio, it's just the picture quality that is going to be doing it, and there's less problems that will probably happen. In global settings, make sure these are all restored to default, and then now we're going to select American Truck Simulator, which isn't, here it is. So image scaling I always have on at the default. Anisotropic filtering, we're going to put it on its max, and we're going to override the application, so we max out the anisotropic here. So now my GPU is doing the AA, which means I can actually turn that off in the menu, and we're going to set the max frame rate to 60, because that is what my monitor is. We want performance for that. We want to select the card we've got, and we want maximum performance, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to have the highest available refresh rate here, and I'm going to turn off G-Sync, or V-Sync, sorry. I do turn off G-Sync, I don't have that set on. Quality I'm setting to high, because then that won't actually interfere with the textures. That basically turns off any additional filtering, so the GPU now doesn't have to worry. And the negative LOD, now there's two rules of thought here. If you want the best visuals, go for clamp, but I am more inclined for performance, and so I will go for allow. And that's pretty much it, I think. Gamma correction needs to be on. We don't need any latency mode. That is everything. Threaded optimization, and that is all. So we apply that. Now again, some of these settings will not take effect until the game is restarted, or even the PC is restarted, but some will take an immediate effect. So let's go back and see what's happened. Can actually see a difference a little bit. Things are a little bit less like anti-lazed, but my GPU has increased its what it's doing now. It was like on 30% before, it's on 50% now, so that it has made a difference. And I think in this menu we can actually now stop the I think it's under graphics actually. We can stop any anti-aliasing in this menu, so we can actually put that to low, and we'll keep that high, keep the scaling on, keep that all on, and anisotropic can come down. And that now this is probably gonna look different the next time I load it up again, because some of the settings that I've just changed here in this menu won't have actually taken effect from the GPU yet, but hopefully they will now, actually, because the game itself has done a refresh. So yeah, it's gone back to what it was before when the CPU was doing it. But this has now alleviated some pressure off my CPU, actually, so this basically will help with stutters. So performance will be there, which we can test by looking around the cabin. Right, let me hang on, let me make sure you can bypass the wait station. What? Good, that's good to know. Well, where is it wanting me to go? We can bypass it, so okay. We want to go not there. Where's it asking me to go? We want to go here, Fort Collins. Isn't that? Everything's a Ford. Is it cardboard boxes Ford? That kind of Ford. Right, we need to straight on at this. It's all back to front. Look at this. I'm going counterclockwise around the islands. Oh, dude, I'm just activating my wipers. What? Hang on a sec. Let me... Oh, man. There we go. Okay, where we want to go? We want to go left here, so... Go, and so we're 16 minutes away from our destination. Yeah, there's no stuttering when I move the camera, so that's all good. Just got to be careful of the speed limits here. When I start putting in the mods, the graphics will heavily change, and then I'll have to probably reset the anti-aliasing depending on, you know, how they've been created. So every mod will be created slightly differently, so got to allow for that. But other than that, I think this is looking pretty okay. Anti-aliasing's a little bit rough now, but on the next restart it will be a lot better when the GPU takes over. So, alright, no trains, no problem. Let's not dawdle across this. And our destination is just round here. We are. Is this gonna... Yo, let us in, mate. What the hell? Look how close you gotta get. That's a ripperoni, isn't it? Oh, dude, this is not gonna work. Look at this. Dude, no, this ain't gonna work. Let me back her out, because something... Ah, we've just smashed into... Do you know what? Let's just get this thing done. Yeah, skip it, mate. I'm in a hurry. We're not even going to attempt that one. It was just to see what the game looks like. So, yeah. I mean, it hasn't changed much, I think, graphically, since 2019. But it has enough to look like something. So, there we go. And here is our headquarters. Boom. That's our headquarters. It's a pretty basic garage. It might not be much, but it's a start. And I'm just surprised it hasn't got a knob graffitied on it, to be honest. Unfortunately, you haven't got anything to park here yet, so no trucks in sight. I can see a car. Once you've earned enough money, you can buy a truck. You'll be able to move in the world freely and run your own business from here. Good luck. Wow. Well, there we go, guys. So this ain't my truck, but we will have a truck at some point. And obviously I'm not going to be a woman. I will change the picture for the next video. But thank you so much for watching this sort of first look again in 2023 of American Truck Simulator. So when I get to level sort of 5, I'm going to slowly be introducing the mods up, you know, and I think actually level 3 I will throw the mods in, so we'll keep it default for a few jobs, then introduce the mods slowly, and then obviously get a bank loan when we get to level 7. And yeah, and we'll be playing this one alongside Euro Truck Simulator on this channel. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.